All right. So you say that you aren't like you just want short term and like that you'll hurt people, but then you like kind of want marriage or like two wives. But wouldn't that entail some type of emotion that you would have to bring forth in these relationships to get to that point?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I feel like when you share a certain amount of energy with someone or a woman, then it comes natural.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Absolutely.
Are you more of like when you pick up these women, are you more of you're doing it for just the physicality, and if it's good enough, you'll start putting emotion into them? Or are you like, oh, the energy's great, so the psychological's there, so I'm going to sleep with them, and then the emotions come later?
Well, in this day and age, I think it's pretty understood that the physicality's there, and then they're hot and you're hot, and then you sleep with them, and then you get to know them, and then then it kind of it goes from there.
Do you see anything wrong with that mind frame? Like, and that's just my like.
I honestly,
I just think differently than you. That's why I'm challenging it. Like, I just don't.
I don't know if it's wrong or right. I know that.
I agree with you. I
have to be. If I ain't able to be 100% myself across the board, then it's never going to work. Period.
Okay.
No matter how good the sex is or whatever, like long term, if I have to be different at any point with any woman than I am when I wake up, then it's not going to work.
What are the certain aspects of you that you would not change?
None of it.
Well, like when you get into a relation, like a real relationship, there's automatic things that change about you because you're narrowing yourself down to one person. But there's also traits about you that aren't relevant to this one person. So what do you mean when you say you're not going to change things?
I don't have to change because I'm a loving person. And I'm the kind of person that'll like, I stand good by a woman. I'll take care of her. Like I wash dishes and do laundry and all the fuck shit that they want or whatever. I'll listen to them talk for an hour or whatever. Like I'm into that, but only if I actually am into her. Honestly.
Yeah.
And so I don't really need to change. But now the change part comes in within like, hey, I'm going to go, do a podcast for a few hours or whatever, or I'm gonna hang out with my buddies, or I'm going fishing, and I'm just gonna do this. And it's like, well, what? You didn't say nothing about it. And I was like, well, it just came up. Like I don't really do plans. I don't really plan on. The only thing I plan on is being cool.
Right. So that makes a lot of sense.
What I'm saying?
Okay,
so that's the change. That's the main change.
Before we go any further, I really like that's a huge thing. Like it just came up.
Yeah.
Because guys are like that.
We are.
And so are women.
Yeah.
So are women. But like I know in the past that I've gotten in trouble, for something that just came up. Like if somebody texts you, hey, we're blah, 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 we're doing this.
Yeah, and it
you're
sounds
like, oh,
fun.
shit, well, I'm not, you don't technically have plans with your significant other.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I'm free.
Yeah, and she's like, well, I just was going to cook dinner and eat, and, it's
then,
like...
Then they get upset or mad or, yeah.
So I do agree that I think that is, you're true to yourself. I also think that relationships do take compromise, and if you are going and doing podcasts or fishing or whatever all the time, that love bank of like quality time's going to deplete. And I don't care what people say, quality time is what people want.
Yeah, both ways.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you just don't like them pretty much asking you or kind of telling you, like, aren't you just going to stay with me type thing.
Yeah.
So that's the turnoff for you. But would you ever, for the right person, like, let's say you were with somebody tonight and this was a last minute type, come and do this.
Yeah.
Would you, like, and let's even say you have plans with them. Would you cancel plans just to come do this podcast because you'd rather do this than that?
It depends on what the plans are. I mean, if the plans were, we're just going to go out and have dinner, like normal type shit, nothing special, then yeah, I'd fucking say, hey, we can have dinner tomorrow. Like I hang out with you every day, like, and tonight something came up and I want to go do this.
Okay.
Like, can you not just watch Netflix and like,
And this is a stupid question. I already know the answer.
Can you
but I
not
have to
just
ask
watch
it.
Netflix and play with your vibrator? Like, fuck, let me go do something.
when I get home, I'll play with it with you.
Okay. Hold on. You know how fucking stupid I am. I just started watching Stranger Things.
Oh, really?
I've never
Yeah.
watched it.
I've
Oh
only
my
watched
gosh,
the first
really?
season.
I am
didn't
so
watch the whole
curious
thing.
now.
Oh, and I've seen a few episodes.
So I'm on like episode 5, and I like can't stop watching. I'm like,
Did you ever watch Orange Is the New Black?
yeah.
I only watched the first episode because there were so many titties.
It gets there's more. All right, so
make
this
that
is a
impression.
stupid question, Austin. But are you going to, like, let's say that the roles were reversed? You wouldn't question it. You'd be like, hey, go out, have fun.
No, I've never questioned anything any woman ever does. I really don't. That's the last thing I'm ever going to do is expect a woman to do anything other than love me.
So
Okay, no,
straight up,
I think
like,
that's
I really
I think that's fair. What I do like about what you're saying is that you are not hypocritical in the fact that, like, if you don't you don't like that a woman's trying to change you and you're not going to change them, and the fact that also you're if she was polyamorous, you would have a conversation. Like, a lot of men
Yeah.
are just like, no, fuck no. Like, no, I'm banging you, so you can't bang anybody else. So I commend you on that part. At least you're consistent.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
would be on the table. And excuse me. But like I've never, like, I don't think any relationship lasts if either the man or the woman has a problem with them living their life individually.
I agree with that.
Like,
Yeah.
And so within that, though, you have times where things come up, whether it be with friends or whether it be like, oh, I kind of just wanted to do this. Well, they go do that. Like,
So-
because when you step in between that, that's when you start removing a person's personal happiness.
just because you're with somebody, like if you're in a relationship and you're dedicated to this relationship, without being said, you're going to make time to be with this person.
Because you're going to want to.
Right.
Yeah.
But also too, we're still ourselves human. We're still just one person. We have things that we like to do.
Yeah.
And if you're living with this person or married or, whatever,
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Or
it should go without saying, unless it's just like a really special dinner you have planned,
Right.
like something like that.
That's
like,
different.
Or, just some special day. But, if it's just your average fucking Saturday and she just wants to watch Netflix and play with her vibrator, you want to go out and fish,
right. Or whatever it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you're a fairly independent person. Would you say that is the woman that you attract, is the independent woman, or
Absolutely. I want a woman that can slap me and tell me to get the fuck on with it. Like, straight up.
okay, but
No,
that's
I'm
what
dead
you
ass, like,
want. That's what you want.
It's the
but
most attractive.
Yeah.
I think, anyways.
Right.
that's what you want. But is that what you attract?
Well, I really don't care.
Well, you do, because that's what you want, and wanting is the
He's asking more like, it's not about what you have in your mind, it's about what
you're attracting.
typically comes
Yeah.
to you. Like the girls that seem to come to you the most, like,
I
they
think at this point in my life, I get a mix. I get a mix, yeah, because usually if a woman asks me, what do you do for a living, within our first few sentences of a conversation, then I feel like, oh, well, they're looking for like security.
Ooh, I want to know why you think that. Why is your mind frame like that?
Well, because what you do for a living, what your career is, holds real weight in the amount of money you make, and what do you have to offer, what do you have to bring to the table, as opposed to an independent woman. They don't really give a fuck what you do. They just want to know you. Like, they want to know, are you cool? What?
that's a really good point.
I disagree with it, but
For real?
Yeah, I do.
What
I do.
about?
How do you
So
disagree with
okay,
it?
okay.
yeah, no,
let
hold
me.
on. I want to hear yours.
I was gonna
so
say,
that-
let me
yeah.
at least just state mine. Like,
And I disagree, but it doesn't mean
okay,
that it's
okay.
right or wrong. So
No,
I
it could
want
be.
you-
It could be times where they ask it just for conversation, or they just.
and that's
wanna
where I'm
know.
at. That's where I'm
Yeah,
at with it.
okay,
I
yeah.
just, like, to me, an independent woman is going to make conversation, get to know you, and
They want-
part of your identity is what you do, but it's not all of you.
Absolutely.
So you know, when someone asks me on the apps, like, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, oh, well, I'm a horticulturalist. But I also do this, this, and that. And then like, oh, cool. I know nothing about horticulture. Now, if she's just like, hey, does that pay well? Then I could start raising those questions, right? But to me, that's just a general question of trying to get to know you, make small talk, which small talk sucks, but you got to break the small talk to get to the deep stuff.
I can see both. I can see both. I think asking what somebody does for a living is just automatic. Like,
absolutely,
it's just one of those.
It's the hey, how are you?
It's
bar
like
thing. Yeah.
How's the weather? You know, like it's one of those questions.
Right.
That's a good point.
But if she does not ever, like, let's say first, second, third date, ask what you do for a living, she don't give a fuck. She just cares about you.
And it's at a point though. I like for someone to want to know what I do for a living, and so there is that balance of like.
What do you think it is that like? Are you wanting to?
It's just
show off in a way what you do for work, or
no? It's just more about them showing that they care about my personal life.
Okay,
like, you know, and some of it is the man pride.
Yeah.
I've worked hard to be where I'm
right,
at.
right.
Yeah.
And all three of us are blue collar workers. So my whole thing of what do you do for work? I don't think it's a money grab. I think it is a general question.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Rain, on like, hey, if they start engaging later on after the first date, second, third date, and they start asking about your job, that's a green flag, because that's happened to me where
if she starts asking about your pay, then
right,
obviously,
and that's never happened to me. Like, just be honest, that's never happened.
The same. I would.
I've had women ask me like, well, wow, that's a pretty good career. Well, how much do you make a week? And then
so or that, or like,
and I always say, what the fuck does it matter?
Okay, so and I take that back.
She feel like $300 a week.
They've reframed the question of, oh, do you like doing that? Does it pay well? Then that would that kind of gives me a heads up.
I think it's on
if they want to. So back to your point, asking after several dates, like, you know, I always get this. I don't really know what a horticulturalist does. Like, can you tell me your day to day? They're showing interest in me, and I love that.
That's true.
I love that.
Yeah.
So
if they show interest in what you do versus what you make,
yes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And I think women are smarter than we give them credit.
Okay, yeah. And she could easily Google what does this type of job make.
Hey, if you've ever had a bad bitch, they're way sharper than us.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of women that are way sharper than me.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, off of what we're talking about is, I've got to where when someone asks me, what do you do for a living? I say, well, I snowboard, surf, and I fucking hike and swim in swimming holes, and then they'll cut me off and say, no, I mean, like, what do you do for money? I'm like, oh, you're talking about the shitty part of my life?
Hey,
I like that.
I'm not going to
like that.
That's honestly, that's where I've got with it recently.
Wow.
You really threw me off, dude.
No, I'm serious.
I was like, those are hobbies.
I was about to interrupt you, but then I waited because I was like, you do that for a living?
Yeah.
No,
but then
that's how I
so
live.
like he's not lying.
Dude.
This is what I do.
Wow.
No,
I actually like that.
I've used it
like
many times. Like, I just drop the shit I do for activities, what I do with my free time.
Wow.
And it's like,
that makes you so much more interesting.
You want to talk about that shit? God damn.
Yeah,
I'll let it go when I clocked out.
How did I pay for this snowboard?
I like that.
Yeah, dude.
I do.
That's a good one.
I do. I'll give Austin credit there where credit's due.
Yeah, dude,
that's
great.
It's my recent go-to. Like,
Hell
honestly, it is.
Yeah. Okay, so my whole thing is I'm big on like the law of attraction. Like, you attract if you bring out, and you're a whole energy guy. And
absolutely.
so am I. So like, if your energy is to bring out just fucking and just blowjobs, like, that's all you're gonna get.
Absolutely.
Right.
I agree.
So
I totally
as of
agree.
right now, that's what you want.
And that's what I get.
That's what you get.
That's what I
So
get.
do you think that, like, maybe reframing that, because would you stay with a woman that you automatically just knew, hey, I'm just going to be physical with her, and then things change and she gets emotions, you get emotions? Or is it just like, once your mind's set on the physical, you kind of discard them?
Well, that happened to me about a year and a half, or about 2 years ago, and it just didn't go good. The more time we spent hanging out, we just didn't really click unless we were fucking, honestly. And so,
How'd that make you feel?
Well, like shit, because when I broke up with her, she cried. I felt like an asshole.
So there is emotions there. We get this.
Yeah, there's always emotions.
Okay,
I'm
good.
I'm a wholehearted person. Like,
No, I knew you were. I just had to draw it out.
no,
I had to draw it out.
Well, we weren't sure in the beginning if you
In
were
the
a
beginning, I
wholehearted-
was like,
I wasn't sure if your heart was beating.
I was like, this guy
It is.
And then when you said your number, I'm like, holy shit, it's lower than mine. Like, what the fuck?
Well, when you said your number, I was like, wow, that's really low
Yeah.
from the way he's talking.
Yeah.
It is.
that's
Well,
why.
I'm actually pretty. I'm hard. I play hard to get. Honestly, I'm picky.
Even on a podcast with two guys, yeah, we get it.
I play. I'm very picky. I'm very
So,
picky.
what? Like, how old were you? You were 21 when you got married.
Yeah.
So before that, were you kind of the same way? Like,
Oh yeah. No, I slept with about 20 women from the age of 14 to 20.
Jesus, I'm such a late bloomer.
I lost my virginity at 14 to a senior in my high school. And she
fuck yeah,
cried
dude.
the next
Oh,
day. She
hell
cried the
yeah.
next day because she told me she wanted a one night stand. And then the next
then-
day she wanted more, and I said no, no.
This dude is Johnny Sins.
you put that bitch in a hover
I
round.
did. She still hates me.
Because you can't walk
I seen her in town recently, and she's like, "What's up, Coop?" Give me the fucking look, and I'm like, "What's the deal?"
Wow.
I'm just always honest. Like I'm honest. I wake up. Yeah, I'm just
Clearly.
like I wake up honest.
I will say that is a quality I've already noticed. You are a straightforward, honest man. So you don't ever lead these women on to think that there's
No.
gonna. Okay, so you are
No,
straight up like,
I tell them straight up, like we might fuck around and have fun tonight, but I might go fuck around and have fun with someone else tomorrow night. Like, dead ass serious.
and if they're okay with that, then that's
Yeah,
on, that's
it's on-
it's on them.
Yeah, it is on them. Like I don't care.
I commend that, but no, there is no but. I commend that. It's not how I would choose it. Like I'm just not a go out and fuck and see where it goes type person. Which
Well,
there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. That's
check
who
it out.
you are.
So there's this thing with women, though, or in my opinion, when you're that open with them, they're actually more interested in you because they want to see if they can be the one to change you. Because women
a
like
good
to
point.
change you. They like to change men.
I wasn't necessarily thinking you were going to go in the route of changing you, but when you're most open with women, they feel I guess honored in a way because
And comfortable.
You're being more open with them than you have with other women, so it makes them feel good about themselves, you know?
And most men that they've been with has told them all the blah, 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 blah,
Right.
blah, blah, getting in their pants, and then they go and do whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's a turn
Where
on.
Austin here is like, no, I'm gonna get in your pants, and if it works out, I mean, I get it. To me, I don't necessarily. You guys are laughing because I'm disagreeing.
No,
No, I'm just laughing because I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
it's,
You're fucking right.
It's like the,
I'm gonna
it's
fuck
the
you
counter
tonight,
effect.
and then I'm gonna go fuck somebody else tomorrow night, and then I'm gonna fuck somebody else the next
Yeah.
night,
And if
right.
you're not okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
and then I'm gonna fuck your mom.
And for some reason, they like it. The mom part, I don't know. They don't care much for that.
So when you're done with Cindy, can you come back to me because
So I don't necessarily see it because I've probably never experienced a woman trying to fix me, and I might just be a gullible little boy over here. So I don't necessarily think I can see parts of it, like a woman wants to kind of domesticate a man, like, oh, he's a wild child, let's see if I could so I see parts of that. It's just never happened to me, but I do think that men are also the same way. Like, we're natural fixers, but to that point, I think we're natural fixers to maybe things that we want to control. Like, if our partner's sick, we want to like provide for them. So we're fixers of like the provider, and they're fixers of maybe more of the emotional aspect. So do you think that maybe if we got two fixers in a room, would they clash, or would they?
Well, me and my ex-wife clashed. Dead ass, because I'm a fixer in ways, and she's a fixer in her ways. But
So what do you fix in women? Their blowjob skills?
I make them, I make them come. There's a lot of women on this earth that have trouble with coming, and I just tend to make them come.
You're the one to fucking
you got to make
send
them come.
them over the edge,
Look,
right?
Lil Wayne even said it. He said, if you don't want to hear a bitch, keep her coming.
I'm sorry. I've got nothing. I've got nothing. It's funny, yet
No, but I'm
man.
serious though. No, I'm serious. Ask any woman that ever watch this. Like, ask her if you can make her come, does she like you? And she's gonna love you. She might hate you tomorrow, but she's gonna love you tonight.
I've got nothing on that.
All right.
What are you
on a
looking up? You gonna
second.
text a woman?
Yeah, I need a woman right now.
Sometimes you got to eat it too. You can't-
I've got some.
Okay, so all right, let's go.
That's a big
Since-
one. No, it's a big one. It's like you got to eat pussy. I love eating pussy. I get
Okay.
in there nose deep.
Nose deep. Can you go on the microphone and shit? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so it is reciprocated for you.
Oh yeah, no, it's a it's a two-way street.
Okay.
Like I want to come, she wants to come. Like to make sure it happens. If I come first, then I'm gonna lick it up until she comes.
Wait,
or whatever. Or
I just got.
Keep going, Eric. Keep going.
come on, what's wrong? What's wrong? Do you not eat pussy?
No, I'm just.
Sounds like.
Come on, you got to enjoy it.
No, I do.
You gotta love it.
It's
kind of like asking,
you said if I come first, then I'm gonna. So
lick
I
it up.
thought,
Yeah.
I thought that you meant you like lick your own cum.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna lick it up like lick her pussy
Thank
up.
God.
Like, lick,
Were you
I'm
thinking the same thing?
Oh,
Okay.
no, that's not
the
what
way
I
that
meant. No.
the way
no.
you said, I was
mean-
just like,
I mean, I'm gonna make sure she comes one way or another.
Okay.
Like you can't leave her hanging.
no,
Never.
yeah. So
no
I
woman.
get that. I get that.
No,
Yeah.
no. Any woman that sleeps with me, she will come.
I swear this is the wildest fucking episode we've had.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie.
Well, leave it to Coop.
Right. Like we've had some episodes.
But the way that he said it, did you not think
I
that?
totally did. Yeah.
And that's why you wanted
Oh,
me to
that
say
sounds
drink.
gross. I would
Thank
never
you.
lick it up.
Because he's like, if I'm gonna come first, and
I
I'm
would
gonna
never
like,
lick it
I'm
up.
gonna lick it up, and
No.
I'm just like, and then you're like, do you not eat pussy? I'm like, no, I do, but that's not what you said.
That's like snowball shit. Like, no, I'll pass.
It's yours.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't want it.
Hey, we're
It came
we
out
in a
the wrong
face-
part.
Wait, we're in a Facebook group, me and Rain, and this thing's a fucking gold mine. Did you see this one?
The one I sent you.
So I screenshotted it and sent it to somebody. And I said, look at the group that Rain invited me to.
No man.
And it was that one. It was
this guy
have you
was
guys
like,
ever nutted in somebody and then tasted it? And I was just about to comment with just the throw up emojis because that's what I was doing at home. Like,
Yeah.
it's
he posted as anonymous. Like
I would too.
he was like, does anybody else taste their own? Because I love mine.
No. I wouldn't want to taste any cum from any male.
From a male.
No
males.
I couldn't like no.
I can barely handle squirters.
What do you mean?
Like it was squirt. Like the first time a girl squirted in my face. I don't even know if it was a squirter or not. But
Did you freak out or did you?
no, I mean I was proud.
You were just thrown off by it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was thrown off, but I was like, God damn, I made
damn,
her
that's
do
my
that.
trophy.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
just like,
Yeah, like, give me some goggles.
Yeah.
just hit a fire hydrant.
Yeah. And then I did some research and I found out more about squirting.
What'd you find out?
Well, a big
Thank you
portion.
for asking. I wasn't gonna ask.
I don't know.
I was gonna ask, but I was
I mean,
curious.
I know what I know, but I want to see what he found
A
out.
big portion of it's urine.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah, right. That's what I said.
Eric, have you had a
It's a-
squirter? There's no fucking way you gag this easily
Dude, it's bad.
Really?
over a little pee pee.
Over pussy?
No, just
Little
over
squirt.
pee-pee.
Squirting?
I have. We nicknamed her Juicy Juice.
Well, that's fair enough.
It was in my military days, and
How'd everybody know she squirted?
that's a good question.
Tag team. Tag team.
Yeah, no. It was just I told you about the competition me and my friend Eric had, and it's not me. He spells it with a K, but we were, and she decided that she wanted to sleep with both of us, not the same night. different nights. And when he told me the story, I was like, no way. Like, that's no way. And sure enough, yeah, yeah, it was a nice night on the floor because
she pressure washed your patio, huh?
Yeah. Like, it wasn't here. It was everywhere.
Geyser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we nicknamed her Juicy Juice.
Juicy Juice.
Yeah.
I bet she was proud.
Whoever she's with now probably does love it. They probably have a lot of sheets.
Yeah, that's the thing about the girl that I was fucking with. She'd come over for a weekend and fuck, man, I got tired of doing laundry. There were sheets in the washer, sheets in the dryer. We're fucking on the towel, and the goddamn mattress is wet.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
You're washing the mattress protector. You're hanging your fucking sheets on the line.
But I wasn't mad, though.
Yeah, I get it.
I was just happy she's still into it.
So are you, like, right now in your life, are you looking, like, would you like to have a person right now, or are you just kind of living your life and just enjoying it?
It's a double-edged sword. Like, honestly, I would be into, it's got to be the right girl.
Yeah.
Like, I would be into I would be into a monogamous relationship, but
what is the right girl?
Man, I really can't call it. Like, I really can't.
You don't have an image in your mind? You don't have an idea? Like, you got to
I think I'm into a hippie chick.
Like I feel like all men, I feel like all of us have, like, this image in our mind of, like, that perfect girl, or, you know, we know what would really steal our hearts.
Well, and men fall in love quicker than women, so
do you have
see that,
yeah, do you have like an ideal,
a cute a cute girl with a nice ass that likes to be outdoors?
Seems
Like,
to be mostly physical for you.
No, likes to be outdoors. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, but you started off with cute girl with a nice ass.
Yeah, well, I'm an ass kind of guy. Like, I love a girl with a nice ass.
So she has a nice ass, and she's cute, and she's outdoors, but she's dependent on a man. Is it for you?
She could be dependent on me. Like, I'm okay with that.
And she questions you everything that you do.
No, fuck her.
Okay, so now we're getting a little deeper.
Personality.
Yeah, right. Yeah. She gotta have personality, and she's got to make her own money. Right.
Okay, here's a scenario. What do you like to do for fun? Like, let's say you got a date with a girl on a Saturday. You're off work, she's off work. You're getting up, and gonna go do something.
What time of year is it? Summertime? So hypothetically,
that's a good question.
Look at this Eric over here. He's a mini Eric.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's say it's fall.
I do that all the time.
Let's say it's
fall time. Okay. Would she be into? So on this side of the country, for a date, I would recommend, like, we go over to West Virginia and do the long bike trail where you look at the fucking fall leaves, and you can stop along the way and get like snacks and stuff. It's like a 4-hour bike ride down there, and then at the bottom there's bars and stuff to do at the end of the day. Like, that's a date. Like, I don't want to go out and just have
that sounds like a fucking weekend. It doesn't sound like a date.
Well, yeah, I mean, it may be.
Yeah.
It may be, but that's my activities tend to be a weekend's worth.
So, dude, you're like a just go fucking do it type of person.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of and so that's the kind of woman I'm looking for. Absolutely, I want a woman that wants to like go do it. Like, I want to have the whole weekend.
You need to move to Asheville.
I wish I was more like that.
I was thinking about it
because I'm really not like that, dude. Like there's so many things I'd love to do, but it's like when I have the time, I'm just too lazy, or I just don't feel like it, or I'd rather do this, or I don't know. Like, I wish I was more of a go-getter, go do this type of thing. But I've always been a homebody my whole life. So it's like, I like to be home, but I like to do things at the same time, but I also like to be home.
Well, so there's nothing wrong with that. It kind of falls in line. My ex-wife was a go-getter like that.
Yeah.
I've always been a homebody growing up. And so she showed me and enlightened me the life of getting out and doing stuff with all your free time.
Yeah.
And so that's where I want a woman that's into doing stuff with free time, because it helps me not fall into the homebody shit. Whereas if I'm by myself, then I'm like, I'll just sit around, and then I'll go to the bar at 5 or 6 o'clock and then drink till 10:30 or 11 and then go home, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
As opposed to trying to go out and do big major activities alone.
So what's your, like, go-to when you get off work nowadays?
I I used to go to the local bar and flirt with all the waitresses. Pretty much.
Do you have success picking up the waitresses?
Well, I don't. I'm a regular there, so the last thing I want to do is get one of them bits pissed off at me, and then I can't come in there.
It's a good point.
Like I try to be logical about it.
It's a really good point. Yeah,
Like, honestly,
that makes sense.
I flirt with them, and they all want to talk to me, or not they all, but a couple of them I could tell, and I might flirt. I might not. I feel like if I'm up front with them, then what's the big deal? Like, even if they get mad at me, I tip well. Like, whatever.
You ever go to any strip clubs in California or Hawaii?
No, because they don't. I'm used to strip clubs on the East Coast where, like in Atlanta, they can go full on nude.
Yeah.
And in California, they can only be topless. And
It's like that in North Carolina, but
I couldn't.
not
tell
many
you.
of them.
Well, so I've actually never been a strip club kind of guy.
I couldn't. I can't remember the last time I was in a strip club.
I was going to say, have you ever been to a strip
No,
club?
yeah, no, I have. I'm not that vanilla.
I don't really like strip clubs. It's just a
Yeah,
waste of
me
money.
neither.
Right,
But I've
agreed.
spent a lot of time in them because when I was a young buck, I used to run weed from Charlotte to my hometown, and the guy I used to run it for would always take me to L&L.
L&L?
in
What's
Gastonia.
Oh, leather and lace. Okay, yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say this on the
That's
mic,
a
but
hot spot there.
yeah, I had a fake ID, and they used to get me in, and he'd buy me lap dances all fucking night
Hell
long,
yeah.
and it was bitching. I used to like it then, but at the same time, as far as spending my own money on it, like no, I'd rather go to the club or something or somewhere I can pick up a girl and know she's actually interested.
Where you're not going to be teased and then told to go home.
The hell with that. Like I don't,
Right.
I don't want to be teased.
I was 16 years old the first time I went to a strip club. My dad took me,
That's
got me
what
in
I
the
was.
back door.
Yeah, I was 16.
First
too.
time I was 18. It was when 18 or up in South Dakota, but we had to drive 3.5 hours to get there.
Oh my! Did you stay the night or you came back the same night?
We came back the same
That
night. I wasn't driving, but it
sounds
was
horrible.
It was a fully nude one.
Oh,
That's the
getting
best way to
better.
do it.
It's getting better.
Where they bend over and shake the clit in front of you.
At 18, I didn't know what the clit was.
They do. It almost smacks. If you throw out $100 bill, they'll throw it in your face.
That son of a bitch will end up in your mouth.
Atlanta, Georgia, where I know
just
that
do.
from.
I mean, I was 18 years old, and I think it was like 2 days after, because all my friends were older. I'm always the younger one in school.
Yeah.
Because of my birthday, and they were all older. They wanted to go like a couple days after they took me there, and they already knew I was kind of like a vanilla person. So when they bought me a lap dance, I remember her name. Of course, it's like that basic. I think it was Jasmine. Yeah, it was Jasmine.
It's always Jasmine.
It's always-
Diamond,
yeah.
Jasmine, Mercedes.
Jasmine,
Yeah. So, and it was a juice bar, because it was fully nude, right? And so, like, she's just grinding. She's just like, "Oh, Eric," and then all my guys were like looking back, and all she's doing is dancing with their bottoms on. But I was 18, and I was like, "This is great," because I didn't lose my virginity till college, so I was like, older
damn.
18. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm a late bloomer.
When I lived in
That's all right. That's all right.
When I lived in Myrtle Beach, I think it's still there because a lot of them closed down in Myrtle Beach. But there's one called Derriere's. It's all nude. In Myrtle Beach, you pay $25 to get in, and you can BYOB. Like you can literally bring a fucking cooler
Wow.
with 20 beers in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been there several times, but this one particular night I was there, and I was by myself. And if I would go by myself, I would bring a couple tall boys, just enough to, something to sip on as I'm hanging out. And this one stripper dude, she came down and sat with me, and she was talking to me, and I was talking to her, and like, first of all, I didn't have the money to spend on her, and then second, like, I just didn't really care. I was just there hanging out. I just wanted to see some naked bitches.
Yeah.
And
Why do we keep calling women bitches?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
If a woman can't accept me and using the word bitch from time to time, then I know she can't deal with me in general.
I mean, that you are true to yourself.
Honestly,
I just
that's
refrain from just calling them that. But anyways, keep
Yeah.
going.
But no, I try to refrain from it because it don't help with picking up women.
You're right. Yeah.
But
Yeah, we so
ahead.
I was sitting in there, and she came and sat down with me, and she was talking to me and everything. And like I said, I didn't really give a shit. I was just there hanging out. I like, we talked a little bit. She was attractive, but I knew I didn't have any money to spend on her. So like, I was just, trying to close it up, and she just wouldn't fucking leave, dude. Like, she just kept sitting there, and I was like, well, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I took everything I had with me, which, my beer, like my phone, whatever. And so I went to the bathroom. And then I came out, and the way the place is set up, like the stage is like basically comes through the center of the room. So you can sit on this side or you can sit on this side. And so I was sitting on this side with her. Yeah. So when I came back from the bathroom, I made a point to go sit somewhere else because I was trying to get away from her. And then I sat down, I was drinking my beer, and not even 5 minutes, she came and sat down. She's like, "Oh, were you trying to get away from me?" And I was like, "Oh no, I just I didn't think you'd be there when I got back, so I just sat over here."
Oh wow,
dude, stage 5 fucking clinger in a strip club. Yeah. Could not shake her.
Hey, Coop, would you date a stripper?
Absolutely.
Rain, would
That's
you?
a dumb fucking question for him.
Yeah, I would love to. Would you introduce me to one? Do you know
guys,
any?
I'm trying to be fair and impartial.
You're right.
I'm serious.
No, I would not. I would not.
I would not either.
I couldn't.
You already knew that, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how much money they make?
Like, money.
Like, please God, I might quit my career if I dated a stripper.
It's just all the men and the disgustingness. I don't know.
No way.
Hey, if a woman loves you, she loves you. It don't matter what she does.
You ever been in a strip club and
she could love you and not show something that's very intimate to the relationship to other men for money?
Show something. Say that
again. If a woman loves you, she could not show something that's so intimate to you in the relationship for money.
I don't understand.
I still didn't get it either.
I don't
okay,
say it again.
If a woman loves you, she doesn't have to show her goodies.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
Something that's intimate to the relationship.
Gotcha.
A bonus for being her partner.
She could work at Circle K.
Yes,
she could work at. Yeah, she could be a. She could work at at Burger King, or she could be a stripper.
You ever been?
I don't know.
I'd rather her strip because
I'm not a jealous man. I'm not a jealous man, but I think that stripping and like porn and like OnlyFans are all in the same category.
Porn is a little much for me. Let's say porn's much.
Wait.
No, I mean, like, I don't know that I could date a porn star.
Logically deduce that though.
Well, because stripping and porn is different.
I mean,
vastly different.
Well, they're not getting fucked when they're strippers, for one. But
yet.
Yeah, no, it usually costs a few $100s to take a stripper home for a night, and they got to be into it. All of my homies always took strippers home. And out of the 6 that they would have stripping on them, 1 or 2 would go home. And then we'd take them home and have fun with them. But the other 4 was like, no, fuck you. Like, very clear about it. Like, no, I'm working. That's it, motherfucker.
You ever had a stripper kind of hanging out with you, talking to you, or maybe sitting on your lap, and her boyfriend was over in the corner watching her?
No. See, that's that part. Like,
I've seen that before.
Even if I had a bartender girlfriend, I wouldn't even hang out at the bars.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no,
how is she gonna get tips?
I would.
So I understand that concept, and even if I dated somebody that was a stripper, I wouldn't be sitting there.
No,
there would always just be that, like, I know what you did tonight, that I don't know the intimacy level. Like, I think that and that's probably a problem for me.
Well, I would, for me,
or a preference for me. I just kind of want to keep that part of her to be more private with us.
Understandable. With my first marriage, 100% with you.
Yeah.
Since I've lived that life and I've been divorced, I'm at a different point in my life, and now I'm 100% with. I really don't care what you did and what you're doing, but when you're here with me or you're coming back to me every night, if she's a stripper, then I want her to come home every night, or come home at the end of the night, or whatever, or
at least in the morning,
or at least 6, in the morning,
7 a.m.
right? Yeah, 6 in the morning, like, wake me up to a blowjob, baby. Like, I know you done got all. I know you done got rammed up, hanging out with dicks all night.
Up.
Yeah. So would you date? Would you date somebody that's an OnlyFans model?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's even easier than a stripper.
Even if they got to like talk to other men online.
It's still easier. Yeah, it's easier than a stripper.
So it's just the hustle, like
yeah,
in
it's
your
just
mind.
a hustle. Yeah, in my mind. Yeah, it's just a way of making.
Would
money.
you ever be a stripper?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if I could dance.
Can you dance? I was okay.
I mean, we can pull up a video.
You can do what you think
bop.
is dancing.
We
Right?
can pull up a video and he can rate my dancing of stripping.
Oh,
I'm sure he'd love to see you dance.
I just had a class reunion and they taught me into doing a stripper dance on stage.
Really?
like a month and a half ago. True story. And halfway through it, I was like, "Babe, girl, will you stand up? I can't dance. Just dance with me." She stood up and started throwing that big old black booty on me. There's a video out there, dead ass.
Do you have a preference over like white, black, Asian?
No. It's
just
it's
whatever.
Tricky. It's tricky freaking on a black woman because it's just different.
Is it?
Yeah,
I've never been with a black woman.
Well, there's just different things that you can't do. Like one's the hair. You know, you can't. You can pull it, but you can't.
Just don't pull hard.
Well, you just can't run your fingers through it in a certain way and
Get stuck.
you
get stuck and like
I don't know how to say the exact differences, but it is vastly different sleeping with a black woman as opposed to a white woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Eric, have you ever been with a black woman?
I'm not.
Oh, you're missing out. I mean, I think
What did you say? It's better?
it's been no. It don't really matter. It's just an experience.
Huh.
It's kind of like going to an amusement park. That's how I look at sleeping. Like,
Isn't it so funny that
like a
we're
freaking
talking
woman.
about like fucking different colored women as an experience?
well,
I mean, they're humans.
I think they think of us the same way, or they would talk about us the same way.
You're probably right.
What you're talking about,
100%
dick
right.
size or personality, one way or another, they're talking about us the same way.
I mean, there are cultural differences, and I think that it's fair to acknowledge that. I get you, like they're humans and they're
Yeah, no, I don't mean they're not like they're
no,
not
and
humans.
I know that's not what you're
it's not
saying.
like
I think
that.
you clarified it well that there is a difference, and the differences are to be celebrated. Like it's just a different experience.
It's just a different experience.
And one thing that I can't stand is when people say, I give them that the Delulu test, our guest Rain. And they say, and I just say ethnicity, and they'll just be like, "Oh, I can't date black men. I'm not a racist." Like I think that's the problem. The fact that you have to clarify that. It's like you can have a preference of, "Hey, I only date white women. I only date Asian women. I only date this," because I think preferences are legit okay.
As long as it revolves around a culture, like the culture.
Or it's just you can be attracted to who you're attracted with. It is the same argument for being gay or lesbian. Like you are attracted to who you're attracted to.
True.
So if I'm attracted to only white women or only Asian women, like that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
that's true.
It's just that attraction. So
You can't help it.
yeah, you can't. And it's not that I'm not attracted to black women. I'm just I've only been attracted to certain types of black women, like the certain
I can
body
see
type,
that.
and
I can see that, yeah.
and also like the look. Like if they got braids, I'm all for it.
Okay.
Or if they have like straight hair,
Like looking like white woman hair.
You said it, not me, but
No,
yes.
I'm serious. No,
Yeah,
it's cool.
yeah.
No, it is what it is. It's cool to even say.
And just like more fit, like just have a more fit body. I'm just more attracted to a fit body. Someone that takes care of themselves. Where like, and then like, let's just look at Asians. I don't think I've ever been really attracted to any Asian woman. Like, let's just say Lucy Liu.
I'm very attracted to Asian women. I've never slept with one.
Yeah,
I would love to.
Not
I've
me.
never been attracted to anything other than like white women.
Yeah,
Like I like them whitey white,
Whitey white.
whitey white, pasty ass bitches.
but let's just think about like it's almost more like a comfort thing. Like let's just take the scenario of like Santa Claus. In a white household, Santa Claus is going to be a white bearded man.
Yeah.
Where in an Asian culture, he could be an Asian bearded man, right?
Kinda
It's
like
just
God.
a comfortability.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You kind of create this comfortability. Like when you walk into a school, like in South Dakota, we didn't have very many black people, right? So the black kids would probably sit with somebody that had a a skin color,
a little bit darker tone.
a little bit darker tone.
Same with when you're in jail. When you're in jail, no matter how black you might think you are as a white boy, you go over there to the white boys.
Right, and it's
Have you ever been in jail?
Absolutely, many times.
You ever been in prison?
Not prison. I've spent time in jail, like weeks.
But and that's the thing. It's not a race thing. It's just a comfortability. It's like, okay, because it's a cultural
You go
thing.
with
It's a
what you
culture
know.
thing, and you don't
Yeah.
get choice in some situations.
Yeah, and you don't. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
grew up
is.
in South Dakota, so, well, I was born in Chicago, so I've been around that. So I found it intriguing as just a 15-year-old kid. I did hang out with the black kid and the Asian kid in high school.
Yeah.
Where all the white kids were like sitting on the other end, and I'm like, why don't you just hang out with them?
Yeah.
Right? But it's just because they're familiar.
Yeah, totally.
So when you get into like the attraction, it's just I feel familiar. We probably have the same type of culture. We probably like the same type of foods or things like that. But then I also am like, well, I need to branch out. But then I also know that, okay, I am more physically attracted to this hairstyle or this hair length or the way that this person carries themselves. Not saying that those races don't. I'm just saying like that's just an attraction. So if that person who happens to be Asian, Mexican, black has those things, it's because I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, right.
So I find that very intriguing in the way that humanity thinks.
So
I went on a tangent of anthropology. I'm sorry.
well,
We waited till it was over.
the one thing that attracts me about black women is how they can they take control. Like they do. Like they are boss bitches.
Are you a sub in the bedroom, or are you dom?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Maybe a switch.
Yeah, I can switch it.
So how about this? Do you like when a woman's on top?
No, not necessarily.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I mean, as long as she can come. It comes down to if she's enjoying it, then I enjoy it. I'm good with it.
Yeah, no.
But typically, I like to be on missionary and then tell her to bend over. Let me smack that ass. And stick my thumb in it. Yeah. I mean, it's like
you ever licked an asshole?
no.
Okay,
No,
well,
I
that's
don't
good.
do that. No, I
Shut
don't lick
the
ass.
fuck up.
I'm not that freaky. Not that freaky.
You the way you've been talking
Out of
all
all the
night
guys,
long.
out of all the people,
You
Hey, I
have
stick
not
my
licked an asshole.
No, I'll stick my thumb in it.
How have
and
you
then-
not licked an asshole?
It's because it's not close enough to the clit.
It's like an inch away.
Well, that's from the pussy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go puke. Because no,
Wow.
Have you guys ever licked ass?
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
have not.
No, yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'd imagine no.
Yeah.
Rain, never. You like
I've,
licking
I've
ass, huh?
licked a lot of assholes.
Hey, a lot of women
A
love you
lot?
to eat it. They
Wait,
love
you
that.
said a lot.
Oh yeah, I've licked a lot of assholes.
Okay, so
a lot. Like you, he enjoys it.
Like, is this
there's a
something-
lot- There's a lot of women that enjoy getting their asses licked.
You ever had a girl lick your ass?
I had a girl ask me to, and I said no.
Why?
hey, pound it.
I was just like, yeah.
You just like politely turned it down.
And then sure
Like, no,
enough,
thank you.
Sure enough, next time she was giving me head, she was like really below my balls. So that's a true story. And I was like, I'm like, you passed the gooch.
Hey, what are you doing down there? That's awesome. Oh man. So
While he goes and pukes.
never licked an asshole, right?
No, I ain't licking ass. No,
That's
no.
interesting. So like you're not dating anybody now. You're not really trying to date anybody now. You just
But I'm open to it.
you're open to it. Like
Yeah.
you're open to a full blown relationship.
Yeah, I think so. I'm
What
at
if-
a point. I'm ready for it. I think.
So what if she wants just you and her? Like
Forever.
Well, no, I'm saying it's like no stepping outside, like no polyamory type shit. Like just me and you, nobody else. Like you're dedicated to me. Blah blah blah.
If we if we click and we got the good energy and the sex is good, then I would be open to it.
Is sex a huge importance to your?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah and no. I mean, there's things where if she can take constructive criticism in moments, then it's not the end of the world. And then likewise with me. You know, I ain't saying I'm perfect.
Yeah,
by no means.
Does she need to make a certain amount of money? Does she at least need to have a job, or can she be a stay-at-home?
No, I never stay at home anything.
Yeah,
no, I'm not into that shit. No, you're not. I can't. Just all right. So a stay-at-home woman eventually has an idle mind. Idle mind is the devil's playground. And so,
idle mind
is the devil's playground.
What do you mean out of mind?
I mean, like if a woman just sits around all week long
doing nothing
while you're at work,
to stray.
She's gonna want to do something.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be drugs or dick. That's just my opinion. Straight up, this is what I think.
Why not work?
That's what we're talking about.
Work, like get a flip burgers at the McDonald's, like work the drive-through or something.
If she ain't working, she's gonna do drugs or dick.
Eventually,
would you rather her do drugs or dick if you're with her?
No, actually.
It's not a yes or no.
I know, not at all. As long as she's okay with me and my drugs.
Or what if she just wants to watch a movie and like be in her femininity and take a bath?
That don't last long. I mean, you're talking years on end, bro. Like eventually,
I asked him about.
I don't mind, man. Devil's playground. She got to be doing something.
Eric was out of the room for a minute, but I asked him, could he have a relationship with somebody and it just solely be those two? And then we went on to, does she have to work? Does she have to make a certain amount of money? Can she be a stay-at-home, whatever? And he's against the stay-at-home because if she's at home long enough, she's gonna start. Her mind's gonna wander.
But what if she's stay-at-home and raising a kid and being a homemaker?
Even then, though, once the kid goes to school, she needs to go to fucking work.
Okay,
that's just my opinion, and I say it like that because, from up until 4 or 5 years old for the kid, that makes sense because daycare is not cheap.
So I do fall into a little bit of that. Like I do think that I find women that work more attractive than women that don't work.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's not the money base, but it's just like, hey, now the gifts, the thought process of spending money, everything, is not like solely on the man. It takes the stress off the man. And I love independent women.
Well, not to interrupt you, but
no, you're fine.
It also, so when a woman goes out in the world every day and works, and she has either colleagues or either she sees other men or she sees other people throughout her day-to-day life, and then when she continues to still love you, there's a lot of warrant in that, as opposed to just sitting at home and not seeing anybody but you. Then you're the only person that she sees to love, and so you're not. Like, I feel it's good to have either sex around other sexes throughout their day-to-day life and then come home and then choose to go that way, as opposed to just sitting around waiting on the opposite sex to show up and be there.
Yeah. I see the logic and it flows. I'm with you too. Like, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate for maybe someone that's more traditional. Like, you're against probably the traditional, which I am too. Like, I'm against the traditional.
I don't mind
woman needs to be the homemaker. I think that it's a dual companionship of homemaking and things like that. So I'm with you on the woman working. And I agree with you. Now that you put that kind of like in perspective, like you have to kind of be in the wild, essentially seeing that. But what if she doesn't want to? Like, true independence is like not needing to, but wanting to. And what if she just like, she's still independent, but she doesn't want to be around anybody but you?
Well, so all right, if she's rich, if she's rich and she don't have to work, and and I kind of just work when I feel like it, then maybe that's okay. That's different.
So
I would enjoy love.
Do you think you'd ever work if you felt like it? Like,
no, if I was with a rich woman, I would work on that pussy.
All right, enough of the objectifying.
All right.
That was the first thing that came to mind. My bad. Hey, I would
It makes sense.
Hey, I would be into like a late 40s, early 50s year old.
What is the oldest you would go for? What?
It don't matter if she's hot enough. Like I'd fuck a 55-year-old.
She's hot. There he goes.
What is like a really hot
Here he goes with the
70-year-old?
objectifying.
If she's a hot 55-year-old, then fuck it. I'm
Like a
into
hot
it.
70-year-old? Would you 80, 90?
Today's.
Hey, I'll say this: one of the number one things I'm turned on to is a woman that wants me.
A woman that
So,
wants you.
yeah, no. So a 7-year-old, I might fuck her for a night. I'm serious. Like, it's attractive to the fact that she's attracted to me. So it's like,
that's
baby,
what
like,
pulls you in.
It's like, woo, like, okay, well, if you're that
fucking-
attracted to me, then I will fuck off on you.
That's the energy for him, Ray.
She
It
bumped
is.
her wheelchair into me, so I think she likes me.
He's gonna make a TikTok.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
So he's gonna make a TikTok because I go to Barnes and Nobles and I'll be like, oh, I gotta find the love of my life, and then he's like, hey, I'm at the nursing home, gotta find the love of my life.
No, hey, but could you imagine though? Like, all right, so you got a 65, 70-year-old woman, and she obviously ain't perfect or whatever, and you're this young, hot male, and you dick her down one night, like, in her mind, in her life, you could be the absolute hottest man that she's ever slept with. That is half her age. And could you imagine what you're doing for her life?
Is that what's keeping you hard?
There's some kind of turn on for that.
That's what's keeping you fucking going.
You're the Brad Pitt of this woman's life.
I do love some Brad Pitt, but
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I get it. I get
You
it.
give it like you just like
You're the
whatever. Like do
fucking-
it for her.
Yeah,
She's
dude.
paid her dues at some point. You know. Fuck it.
do you feel like
You are the filet mignon.
do you feel like all you have to offer is your dick though?
In those moments.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, pretty
a good
much.
one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good one.
hilarious.
Yeah. But in other situations, like, is that all you have to offer?
No. I have a lot more.
Yeah. So okay, tell us about that. What else do you have to offer?
Compassion.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm a compassionate person.
Are you compassionate and like empathetic / sympathetic? You know, you said you'll listen to them.
Yeah.
Earlier in the podcast, like, are you actively listening? Or are you just like, yep, cool.
No, I actually listen.
Actually listen.
Yeah,
All right.
I talk to them. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I have conversations.
Good. All right. So you got the listening down. So what about like, so compassionate? How about, are you passionate?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Cause I heard something about like, stroking the hair earlier.
Yeah.
So like after you're done, you know, giving them the 10-inch wood that you have apparently, you're stroking their hair afterwards, being like, it will be okay. The pain goes away. You know? I got him. I got him on that one.
I do. I cuddle with them. I do. I
Good,
I
good,
cuddle
yeah.
with them until I pass out,
Cuddle with a struggle.
and then I wake up like, "Get off me, bitch!" No,
You
that's
ever
a joke.
woke up with somebody and you're like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, have you?
No, actually, no. No, 'cause
Hey,
I
that's a
don't
good-
like getting
that's
drunk.
good.
I don't get
Have
drunk.
you ever woke up in the floor because you couldn't fit in the bed with her?
No, not either.
I have a feeling there's a story there, Ray.
Never happened, but you know.
No, I never.
I chose not to say
Somehow
the night.
I don't believe you. Oh, you chose not to say-
I have
chose to
woke,
go home.
I woke up missing a shoe and wondering how I lost
You
it.
never got it back?
And I was so blackout drunk that I know I got home, and the best case scenario is I met a girl on the way home because the college town I lived in is kind of the way it could go.
So you never got your shoe back?
No, I never did.
You
I don't
lost
know.
that shoe.
I still, to this day, don't know where the shoe is. Best case scenario is I met some girl and walked out. And
Dude, there's no telling where that shoe is right now.
there's no telling. But
She
but
probably
no,
kept it.
I've never actually
It's
woke
on a
up with a
fucking
woman.
nightstand.
She's like, hey,
Sniffs it every
if
night.
you want to be my lover, you got to fit in the shoe.
You know how like it seems like majority men are the ones with foot fetishes. Do women have foot fetishes? You ever heard of that?
You know what?
No,
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever met a woman that would
I've
just
never heard of a woman with a foot fetish.
Huh.
I don't have a foot fetish, but I do like a pretty foot. And if we're sitting on the couch
You ever
watching a
sucked
movie,
a toe?
oh yeah,
Oh really? I've never sucked toe. I really don't care about her feet.
yeah, like if we're sitting there watching a movie or watching TV, and she puts her leg on my lap, and like just no, that comes later. But like just rubbing her feet, but it has to be a cute foot. If she could palm a basketball. Because her toes are so like stretched out, or like rub. I'm like, you have great legs, right? You rub the legs, but you stay away from the feet. But if they got really nice feet, you have no problem.
You suck a toe. Which one? Like the big toe, or you have a certain toe that you like?
Here's the thing. I doubt anybody really likes their toes being sucked. I've never met into that. So it's more of like a playful
Seems like it'd feel
flirt.
good.
It's more of a playful flirt, like because I got a beard, so like you just like you rub it and it like tickles, and then you just make. You just like you give it a raspberry, right?
It's like rubbing against a bear's ass.
Yeah. right, and you just see how they like it, right? You just give it a little kiss. You give that little toe. You play the little piggy how to mark it. This little piggy.
Jeez.
Yeah. But I don't think women like feet as much as men.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But honestly,
Well, would
our
they?
toes have hair on them.
I shave my feet, dude.
Do you?
Do you shave your feet?
I truly do.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of time you put.
Sounds
in.
gay, but I do it because
You shave your legs too?
no, but like
You don't shave your face, but you shave your feet.
yeah, I don't like foot hair. I just like it's disgusting to
Dude,
me.
that's weird.
You don't. I mean,
That's weird, bro.
That's
It's
not weird.
different. It's different.
It's
No, bro, hey,
different.
I've been on your side a lot, Coop. Like, listen, that's fucking weird.
I mean, come on. Go find. Go
Get him, Coop. Get him.
Go ask 10 women if
It
they
is
like hairy feet on a man, and
Wait a
they're
minute.
all gonna say no.
So
All
you
right.
go and buy disposable razors for your feet?
Nah, Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah. Well, they shave it for you?
No, they send the razors.
Okay.
Like, here, you do it
okay.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, well, email ericisgay04@gmail.com if you like hairy toes. Women only, please.
I mean, really, like, come on. Like, I actually had this friend on Instagram one time, and something happened to his foot, and he posted a picture of his foot, and I'm just like, how can you post your foot with that much fucking hair on it? Like, you look like a fucking.
That's what you thought?
yeah, I didn't give a shit about his broken ass toe.
I'm moving
Like,
closer.
that looks disgusting.
I'm moving closer to
I
Coop.
just don't like foot hair.
I mean, hey.
I've sucked a toe, but I don't like foot hair. If it was a hairy toe, I wouldn't suck it.
Well, anyways, ericisgay04@gmail.com.
This has been the wildest fucking
Yeah. If you like hairy toes,
hairy toes.
email me. If you
I
don't,
bet that's something.
Email Rain.
email Ray because he shaves his feet.
Yeah.
How often do you have to shave your feet?
Yeah, seriously, that's a good question.
Like when you
Is that
shave
like
your
every-
nuts.
every
When you
other
shave your
day?
nuts, you got to shave every other day.
Yeah, or your face even. It's
I
like
shave my feet way more than I shave my nuts.
I don't even know. I did that to myself. Why did I even ask that question?
I can't breathe right now.
So you only own a razor just to shave your feet.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Rain, can I use your razor? Yeah, use the left one. It's for my nuts. The other one's for my foot. I don't want any contamination.
Yeah. I just it's about once a week.
Once a week, huh?
Yeah.
So how does it feel if you haven't shaved and you put on socks?
See, that's another thing. Because before I started shaving my feet, like your sock would make your little foot hair all nappy, and it would kind of hurt.
Well, how's the stubble do?
You don't feel it. You don't feel the stubble.
I think we need to do a competition on something. We need to make a bet, and then Eric will shave his feet, and just so I
That's
can
a
feel
dumb fucking bet. We should Eric shaves his head.
Have you seen this hair?
We should do a competition. If you win, I
It's
shave
pretty
my.
fresh. It's like, no, you're not shaving the
If
hair.
you
Oh,
win, I
no.
shave my beard. If I win, you shave your head.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Come on, Eric. Don't be a puss.
I will be the biggest puss.
You would never shave your head.
Have you seen
It's
this
gonna
hair?
grow back.
Have you seen this?
It's okay.
Do you want to put your hands through it?
No. You want to put your hands through my fucking foot hair?
Yeah.
Well, if
doesn't
you
exist.
grow it,
There. Hold on. Does this bother you? Will this make you gag? Look at that. Look at
See,
that.
I
That's
mean,
a pretty foot.
How
man.
unattractive is that?
I have pretty
A
feet
hairy
for a man.
foot.
I have a-
Of all things, a hairy foot.
I mean, if a woman has a hairy foot, yeah, then I'm gonna probably search her pants for balls. But
What if you did? What if she had like a damn gremlin foot?
yeah, I mean,
Would you-
I don't want to date Frodo.
Let's say you're sitting on the couch, it's kind of dark, you're watching a movie, and you reach down and you start playing with her feet, and you can almost like comb your fingers through her foot hair.
I'd be like,
Would you continue the date? Like, would you finish it out? Or?
oh yeah, we'd be fit, but I wouldn't touch your feet anymore.
I'm with you. I ain't in it for feet. Honestly,
yeah.
she can have some ugly feet to the rest of her children. Fuck it.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the feet like me. I am.
Yeah.
So
Not into it.
that was a
Yeah,
valid
don't care.
question, but yeah, I would
How
be.
funny is that?
I would actually continue, but I just
60
wouldn't.
episodes to find out Rain shaves his feet.
That is find out something new every day. Now I know you're gay.
Right.
Don't even answer. All right, it's been a great episode.
Yeah, it has. It's a good one.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Austin, appreciate you coming, dude.
Yeah.
I randomly asked him today because we didn't have a guest for tonight and we really needed one. So I was like, I texted Eric and I was like, I'm going to ask Austin today because he works with me and I felt like you were going to say yes.
Yeah,
So,
I'm a nut.
yeah. So now you can share it with all your friends and tell
Yeah.
them that I shave my feet.
Now every woman in the world will know that if they're gonna be your lover, they gotta go down on you and they gotta
Yeah,
be good.
they got to be happy about it.
So
Not just do it, but they got to be happy to do it.
when
It's
we
a big
release this episode, we're going to have to like make a poll. Like
part. Let's do it.
to the women, do you prefer hairy feet or shaved feet?
I agree.
Well, I'm down with that.
I would really
Yeah.
like to know the answer.
Yeah.
My feet don't grow hair, so I'm good.
You just have hairless feet?
I do.
Like little hairless rats.
Do you have hairy legs?
No, I don't even got hairy balls. No, I'm serious.
No hair below the waist.
This hair just don't grow there. I mean, it's on my legs and stuff. It's normal. You know,
So you,
one little patch there and none on my feet. I got none on my balls.
you just don't have to shave your balls. They
No,
just
I
fucking,
don't. They're
wow,
just
damn,
fucking
son.
hairless.
Yeah, you're a lucky motherfucker.
Yeah.
Gifted. Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah, I take at least another 15 minutes in the
Gifted.
shower. He's a fucking elephant guy. Just like, oh, hey guys, my name's Austin. Don't have hair in my balls.
They can see all of it,
Women
too.
fly me out to California.
You grow an inch when you shave your dick.
That's
Except
true.
Austin, he's all there.
He doesn't need to shave anything. It doesn't matter.
He's just fucking. The only hair is on his fucking head.
Yeah, it is, and it's too much. I need a haircut.
Well, Ray needs it on top, and he doesn't want it on bottom. So, on his feet.
Yeah, either way.
We need to find a nickname for you.
Isn't that? I feel like you're so surprised.
I am.
Why?
Look at your face, and then,
What does that even mean?
but like, look at your face, and then I know
It's
you
my
have a hairy
fucking
chest.
feet.
I know, but you have a hairy chest and you have hairy legs. So I'm just like, why would he shave his feet of all things? Like chest, I get it, right? Arms,
I used to do that. I used to do that.
I mean, I think every guy has. Right?
Yeah.
And
Did you
your
ever shave
arms?
your, well, yes, you don't have to.
I've never shaved my chest, even though I got one little patch. Like, no.
I used to shave my chest, but you know, I stopped doing that.
And then like arms, I get that. Back, I get that.
but not feet.
Feet?
I'm with him. Like,
Dude, you're crazy. Dude, no.
You have a fucking specific razor for your feet.
No, I use it all. I use it everywhere.
where else? Because I can't tell.
My whole
On
body.
your head. Or something.
Well, you're right. Just my feet. You can't tell me a woman would prefer a hairy man foot over a non-hairy
Okay,
man
but
foot.
here's the thing is that women don't like feet in general. We've already established that. So I get it. So you're just like wasting time. You're wasting hot water.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a poll.
We need to
I'm
find
bringing this to fucking TikTok. Is
I
what
do
we're
it for
doing.
myself.
We need to find a woman for Rain.
We need to find a woman with a foot fetish.
Appreciates his shaved feet.
You know what?
Smooth as butter.
This may be gayer than shaving your feet.
What?
We're going to post pictures of our feet.
Oh, there we go.
And we're going to say
Who?
right or left.
Okay.
Because you said who's got the hotter foot. Don't tell them because
No.
you made a TikTok that says who's hotter, Eric or
know.
Rain.
First of all, I have hobbit feet, so it doesn't matter if they're shaved or not. They still look ugly. But I think they look better shaved. Than,
Okay.
So
Okay, so now we're getting to the root. You have an insecurity of your feet.
maybe. I mean, people have always made fun of my feet, so I don't.
That is-
Like
you just have an insecurity.
No.
Where I've got like pretty man feet.
we're gonna lose every follower we have when we post a picture of both our feet and say pick one.
Okay, fine. You're right. We'll just make a poll.
They're like, "Yep, I'm done with this fucking podcast." These fucking weirdos.
Instead of Feet Finder, we just put it on Patreon.
Zero money made.
They're like $20 for a special pick, and they're like, "Ooh, $20." Oh God!
$20 for a hairless foot. That's the going rate.
Oh man, so there's toothless and then there's hairless. We'll go with that. That wasn't funny.
You know,
Suck.
when you realize you don't need hair on your feet, life will get better.
Anyways, it's been that stupid dating show. Thanks, Austin. Appreciate
All right.
your
I
time.
appreciate y'all.
Please don't shave your feet. You don't have to, because elephant dick over here that is.
He doesn't have to.
Yeah,
I gotta shave my feet to make myself more fucking approachable.
and you do wear flip flops a lot.
If you wear, all right, if you,
I can't believe
See?
you're
If
right.
if you wear
I haven't
flip
noticed
flops
it.
a lot, okay, I get it.
There
I
you
get
go.
it. Yeah.
I
And you
never
haven't.
wear fucking shoes.
That's
I don't even
true,
wear
you
socks, dude.
Okay, all right. It's all coming back. It's all coming. No, I've
Austin's
never
gonna come
seen
on
you.
something.
So
Likely-
he has sold us. Yeah.
Likely an ass.
Or a hairless foot.
I'm surprised you
female
have one child.
Yeah, me too,
Well,
honestly.
I got a vasectomy when I was married.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You did say that.
Yeah, so I'm
Did your balls and dick turn black? Because mine did.
no, they didn't.
No? Wow. And I also had a sperm leak.
Really?
Yeah. So, like,
Did you get this in Mexico?
Shelby.
Same thing. You can't.
Basically, might as well. Might as well have been Mexico. Yeah.
You're not convincing me of getting one. It's like, oh yeah, my
It's worth it.
my dick and balls
it's
turn
worth
black,
it.
and then my sperm link. Like, oh, okay.
But no,
Sign me up, please. I'd
when you
rather
get
just.
when you get a sperm leak, like, I guess it's leaking in your ball sack and it gets real hard, like it clumps up, so you have to massage it to break it up so it.
You do that quite.
I
nice.
never went through that.
Well, I don't have to do it anymore.
They told me I need to ejaculate 15 times, 15 to 20 times,
Wow.
and then come back in and let them test it. And then 2 days later, I was like, "Will you test it?" My wife was like, "Really?"
They said 15,
Like,
20 times. I feel like they told me like 6 or 7 times.
They told
Or
me,
maybe-
they told me 15 to 20.
Wow.
I rubbed that motherfucker out. I was ready to get down. I was ready to fuck. I remember my wife was like, "Really? You could do it that many times without me?" I'm
Should have
like,
just cut your balls open and let it fall out.
That's why I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
It's
15
worth it.
times. Oh my.
well, that's just so they can test it. The first like 3, you can smell the burn. It
What the
stinks.
Yeah, I did smell the burn. Yeah, I did. I smelled the burn. Were you awake?
Yeah, the whole time.
You smell the burn.
You smell the burn because they
Yeah,
cauterize it.
Yeah, no, they caught. Yeah, and and when you ejaculate the first couple times, you still smell it.
I did not smell the burn
did.
on those, but I smelled the burn while I was getting it done.
It's the most.
It's a stench.
It's a stench you don't smell like no other stench. It's
Burning vast difference.
yeah, pretty much.
All right. It's been a great show.
To any lady that wants me to get a vasectomy, no.
Austin, is there anything you want to say to the fucking world?
No, thanks for listening to my crazy ass. I know I'm a nut, and I love all people. Peace, love, and respect first. And,
There you go.
After that, we can all be happy.
Peace, love, and shave feet.
And Austin, thank you. You took some good feedback too. And what I do like about you is like you are consistent in your logic at some points that makes it easier to like see your view to
Word.
where so
Cool.
I respect that. Like you said some things I'm like I totally disagree, but you were totally for it and you went there and kept it consistent, so it's not a double standard.
You stand by your.
I'm not just talking shit.
Yeah,
Right,
right. It's not like you were like, oh, well, if we're gonna, like I said, the polyamorous thing, like, no, you're as long as there's communication, like to me
Yeah,
that's
boundaries.
consistent. Yep.
Boundaries.
Yeah. No,
Boundaries.
I respect
You're
that
a
for
genuine
sure.
dude.
Yeah.
You're genuine. That's
I
awesome.
appreciate that. And I appreciate you taking some questions, and I'm glad that I asked you because I was sitting here like, oh, I want to challenge that, but he works with Rain, so
That don't matter. Hey, the work life's different than
You
real
didn't
life.
come to
Yeah,
work
good,
tomorrow and
good.
be like, that fucking piece of shit
Yeah.
that doesn't shave his feet.
yeah. But yeah, no, I appreciate.
You're gonna call me a man whore.
I was about to. I was like,
Never mind.
I've been sitting here just uncomfortable. Like, is no one even drives to my house these days. So it's like,
I about had to bleep myself.
anyways, all right.
Anyways,
It's been
yeah.
great.
Shave feet and Austin. Austin's the man. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank y'all. Yeah.
That stupid dating show's out.